Hello everyone, this is Nitin here. How you guys are doing? I hope your painting is going great. So in this watercolor tutorial, I'm going to talk about, or rather going to demonstrate one of the very interesting topic, how to work with layer. What exactly the watercolor layers are and how it is important, right? This is really important for beginners especially to understand this concept in watercolor, and that's really important in the watercolor. So let's go ahead and understand what it is. I would request you to please subscribe my channel because I upload a lot of videos for beginners and semi-advanced learner. So please subscribe it and click on the bell icon so you'll get all the video notification. And you also check my the online watercolor courses available for you to learn and grow further. So these are very effective learning course online which you can learn, you can enroll, and so it's a beautiful way to learn new things, right? So please check that the description I've given, the link description I've given in below. So demo purpose, I'm just using this a mountain here and some tree, right, and the river. Very simple. Similar way, the same thing here also. Hold on. Okay, so the same subject. Okay, and tree, right? So I wanted to make it very clear to you that so how this actually works, right? So you will be eventually will be creating one sketch like this, right? And then so once whatever the drawings you will be creating for your art, so you're going to work very first layer. So let me just pull out the color. So I'm using this brush. So the color I have here is ultramarine blue, sap green, yellow ochre, burnt sienna, orange, sepia, red. So all of these generally I use, but you are absolutely free to use any color. But for this demo purpose, you can just understand what exactly it is. So now just you just take an example that you have such kind of the kind of subject to work with. So you have drawn it first. So let me just say this is first. Oops, let's say 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so the process. The first process is your drawing, right? So this is your drawing. Now the second process is your first was, right? So first was, what you're going to do is you will be taking color and let's just imagine that you're working with this color, right? And now you have a mountain. So I've taken this sap green and mixing with ultramarine blue. Okay, and you have a tree there, remember? So we are just working on this tree. I'm using this okay, and we have one river going across, and here we have other side of, here we go. So this is your first vase. You got it? So this is, okay, so this is your first vase. So what you did is you have made this sky and very plain color here for the mountain, and you know, this tree, and you have left it white for the river. We'll walk later, and the other side of the grasses and all. So this is what is your first layer. Now this is very important for you to understand that you do not work on this piece on the first layer until it's not get dry completely. So it means that there is no moisture at all, right? So this is very important for you to understand, because here I see a lot of beginners, basically they're making a mistake here, right? So what they do is they just they just start doing some bit of work here and there, and that's kills the whole experience, right? So don't do that. So now what you're going to do is, this is first layer. Yeah, the first layer is done, and then you will be, so I have to work again on this. Now we have all the first layer done for all. So this is sketch, your first layer, and then still we are in a first layer for both. All right, now you can see our first layer is completely dried. So this is, I'm going to work on a second layer, right? So what we will do is, in the second layer we are going to take a little darker than this color, your first layer. Okay, so your first layer is this, so you just take a little darker tint of the similar color, right? So we use, remember we use for this ultramarine blue and sap green, right? So what we do is, this time we'll just take a little harder, not much. Okay, and even if you'll take the same tint, that's okay, because that also gives you a color, because it's a transparent medium. So I've taken this, and I'll just go straight forward using this, right? So this is our second layer which we are working on. Okay, right? So this is the second layer. Now we have some tree there, so I'm just taking a little darker than this, and here something like this. Okay, these trees, right? And we have some, okay, so this is second layer. We completed the second layer. Okay, now I think I have to show you a little closer, right? So this is the second layer. Now we have to work on the same thing first. Let me just do it again here for third layer. So as I said, this is the second layer. Okay, so exactly the same thing, we are working on a second layer here. Now since we are in a third layer here, we are in third layer. Now how basically the third layer works here is, third layer is basically gives you another final touch of your artwork. So basically the final touch will contains mostly the where exactly you need to have a little depth, and what are the other elements you wanted to add in, right? So those things are basically we are using in a third layer. So if you want to give proper some sort of detailing and all, so that you can just give it there in a third layer. So I'm giving right from here, I'm working on third layer. So the kind of work and the kind of the detailing I want to give here is, there is some tree here across, maybe some palm tree, right? So those things we can give here. You got me? Now we also have to give these reflection of these trees, so that also you can give here. Right. So the more and more depth you wanted to introduce, you can do that in your third layer. So some sort of this and all. So yeah, and if you want to give some texture, just sprinkling something, that also you can give. So you got me. It's so easy. Okay, I hope you got me what I wanted to explain here. This is very important for you to understand this. The layer is very critical. Until and unless you'll not understand the layering process in watercolor, it's very difficult to make an art in watercolor. So just summarizing the whole stuff, first you do drawing of your subject, and then you apply gently the first wash of your color. Okay, so this is the first wash, and then you let it dry. Okay, so once this get dry, then you're working on a second layer. And once the second layer is done, so remember that the second layer is taking a lot many time, because the second layer where you will be giving a complete personality of your artwork. Third layer is basically gives you a little detailing, depth and light, and some sort of work here and there, not much. But second layer where you will be spending a more of your time. So this is it all about watercolor layers. And I hope you should try this and just see how things are coming out. Okay, not necessarily you need to work on such a smaller tiny paper. You need to take on a bigger paper like on a quarter sheet. That would be fine. Okay, and let me know how it is coming out, and do let me know in the comment section how did you like this video. Please check my online watercolor course, as I said, because you want to move ahead, right? You don't want to stick with the basic things. You come out from the basic and start doing at least moving forward to get an expertise in watercolor. It's a beautiful medium, and I'm telling you, the watercolor, the courses which I'm offering gives you will definitely give you a lot of insight, a lot of enthusiasm to fall in love with this watercolor medium. So thank you so much, and once again I want to say thank you so much to all my Patreon who has been helping me. And if you really wanted to support my support me to create many more watercolor tutorials, something like this, then please come forward and support me. Link is there in the description. And follow me in Instagram. I'm rocking everywhere, so follow me in Instagram. And that's all. Stay safe and enjoy your time, enjoy your day, and take complete care of yourself and your family, and just have fun, man.